created simpler symbols instead of using markings as cavemen did. For example, Egyptians used symbols to represent different numbers. They created this method because they needed something to be used to keep track of their trading to know the quantities of products they exchanged.
During the different types of civilizations, the symbols and signs used to represent numbers have changed. The earliest versions of numbers being used were cavemen knowing how to count their group members and other animals. The Greeks, Hebrews, and Egyptians used more complex versions of tally marks. Each tally would represent the number 1, and the number of tally marks added together would represent the total number.
Were used in pre-Roman times and ancient Rome. Roman numerals had symbols instead of using tally marks or numbers. When we use Roman numerals, or when they used Roman numerals, they would use symbols that would represent numbers. So if you wanted to write down the number 1, you would write 1 I. If you wanted to write the number 2, you'd write 2 I's together, and so on. The Roman numeral chart had a symbol for every single number except the number 0. Number 0 did not have a Roman symbol. If you had a 2-digit number or a 3-digit number or whatever digit number with 0, you had to have a symbol for that number, but you wouldn't have a symbol for just number 0. In Roman times, they would use this instead of tally marks. They would count 1 by 1, as you normally would, but when they placed it on paper, they would use their symbols.
One of the first ways to count was by using fingers and body parts. All animals do have the sense to differentiate between different things, but us humans are the only ones that can go as far as counting things. Each body part would have a number name. For example, the thumb would be equal to the number 1. The hand counting system developed into the earliest forms of Roman numerals, and a very early Greek civilization developed its own number system that also contributed very much to the development of Roman numerals. Different civilizations would have their own symbols to represent numbers as they would understand best. Different civilizations also had symbols to represent different powers of 10. For example, one symbol would represent the number 10, and another would represent the number 100, and so on. As time went on, people figured out how to add, subtract, and multiply. The earliest forms, although working, were proven to be very unorganized. People figured out that to get from the numbers 1 to 99, you must use different forms of addition, and to get from the numbers 100 and so on, you must multiply. After a while, they soon developed number placement and were now using 0 as a placeholder. All of these points are valuable to how our current number system came to be.
The numbers we use now are also known as Arabian numbers or Hindu-Arabic numbers. However, the numbers were created in India with the combination of 10 digits of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. The Italian mathematician Fibonacci, also known as Leonardo Pisano Bigolo, introduced the Arabic numbers to Europe in the 12th century. When Fibonacci introduced the Arabic numbers to the European, it didn't exactly have a huge impact on them, as the Europeans were so used to using Roman numerals. So it took a while for the Arabic numbers to catch on. However, when they did catch on, it was because of how merchants or other workers needed to calculate more precisely the interest on their goods and properties. From then on, the Arabic numbers became worldwide and became the modern digits we use today.
And that's how our numbers came to be.